our readathon, our movie, but we have to do a really good job on this math lesson, and it's interesting. So you'll enjoy it. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, show me your other five and I'll start. Roxy's ready, Kylie's ready. One person isn't ready because he's a little chatty. Okay, so this lesson is called Math Rocks. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to brainstorm. We already did something similar to this, but I want to see what you know now. What are different ways that we classify or characterize rocks? What are different things we know about them, Donovan? Type. Okay, what else?
Length.
JC.
Shape.
Shape. Logan K.
Color.
Color. Tim.
Shine.
Shine. What's another word for shine?
Luster.
Luster. I heard a lot of Tims answer that. There's only one Tim. So what is it?
Luster.
Luster.
That is too much. I also have the other one, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
Give someone else a chance.
Thank you. That's kind of you. Anya. History. You mean like the history of the rock? That's interesting. I like that one. History. That's all right. That's all right. History. Bailey. The cycle, the rock cycle. You guys are thinking so well this morning. Lucas.
How hard it is.
How hard it is.
How it breaks
Hardness. Okay, we'll do a couple more. Ren. Texture. Donovan.
How it separates.
How it separates? You mean like the layers of a rock? Fracture. Is that you were going to say? Is that what you meant? Fracture. Okay, last one. Someone that hasn't gone. Chase. You don't know? Noah. Noah's our size. Noah's our last one. Okay, so today we are going to be focusing on one that someone named, and that's hardness. We're going to be creating, not today, but next time we do this lesson, I think it'll be next Friday when we go to the computer lab. We're going to be using Create-A-Graph. Remember that website we explored? We're going to use that to create a bar graph on hardness of different rock types. So this is a hardness scale, and we've been reading in our Read Aloud book about the different types of hardness, and it's a scale from 1 to 10. So number 1, do you think this is soft, or is that hard? Who can raise their hand and tell me? Would one be soft, or is one hard?
Hard.
Raise your hand when you know. Roxy.
Soft.
One is really soft. A fingernail can scratch it. You could take the rock and scratch it with your fingernail. An example of that would be talc. We read about that in our Read Aloud book. A 2, a fingernail barely scratches it. So an example of that is gypsum. A 3 is a copper penny scratches it. Just scratches it, calcite. And then our 4, and steel knife scratches it easily. Yep, a 5, that's our halfway point. A steel knife barely scratches it, so that's still pretty hard. Grace and Hunter, can you come up here, please? I want you part of our group. And when you're over there, you're not. Grace, can you come sit right here by Tim? A 6, it scratches glass easily. A 7 scratches steel and glass. 8 scratches all other common minerals. A 9 scratches topaz. And a 10 is the hardest mineral, a diamond. We all know that already, though, because of our book we read about about diamonds.
Diamonds on Venus.
On Neptune, it rains diamonds. Yep. So the first one we are going to be putting on our graph is gypsum. And gypsum has a hardness of a 2, which means a fingernail can scratch it like we just read. And this is an example. This is what gypsum looks like.
It looks like a diamond.
It's sort of.
I hear a lot of yelling out and only one person raising their hand. Allie?
It looks like glass and diamond.
It does kind of look like glass right over here. And diamond coming down there, but it's not diamond. Roxy?
It sort of looks like ice.
Kind of looks like ice. That was the first thing I thought of when I saw this picture. Lee one? It looks like quartz. That's a good connection. Okay, we're going to go on to our next one. So gypsum is on. It is kind of like a crystal. It's a mineral. Calcite. We're going to have calcite on our bar graph also. And this is a hardness of a 3, which means a copper penny could scratch it. And it's one of the most common minerals on Earth. Not the most common, but one of the most common. Ren? Looks like a geo because it has this part around it. This
It looks like an ice.
JC?
Well, it looks like it has an ice cube inside.
It does, this part. And it's kind of a pinkish color. Calcite can be many different colors though.
I know that.
Tyler?
This is blue one.
What? I know, we're not going to put that one on. I have a select 5 that we're putting on our graph. And then you get to choose one of your own. This is apatite. We read about this also. And it has a hardness of a 5, which means a steel knife can scratch it. And I liked all of these pictures of apatite. They were all really unique and different colors. I still hear a lot of yelling out. I will call on people that raise their hand, like Donovan.
The center one looks like a vase.
Kind of a really unique vase because it has this part and then flowering up, sort of. Lucas?
Well, the first one, it sort of looks like a coconut, and then there's rock growing on it. Like a part of a coconut.
You guys all have really great imagination.
There's like sap falling out.
Hunter, thank you for raising your
Yeah,
hand.
like that one is called appetite because it looks like their food.
They look like food.
Yeah, it looks like food.
They don't look like very tasty food,
No.
though.
It looks like ice. It looks like
Quiet.
It looks like food.
The third one looks like.
Ren.
The middle one looks like jello.
Kind of. You guys all have really great imagination, so
The
we're
middle
going
one to me looks like steaks.
to see. All right, our next one is quartz. Quartz has a hardness of 7. It scratches steel glass easily. And quartz is the most common mineral on the face of the earth. It is found in nearly every geological environment and is at least a component of almost every rock type. So this is part of other rock types. What type of rock would that be, Tyler? Metamorphic. Metamorphic. Good. I like this quartz.
I like that.
It looks sort of like amethyst. Actually,
They're really unique also because they are in so many different colors and shapes. JC.
well, the last one kind of looks like a rocket with the fire going on top of the rocket.
Anya?
That first one looks like it's going to change color into flames. Yeah.
Like over here. I think that's part of its luster. It's shining. And our 5th one is the diamond. Diamonds have a hardness of a 10. And diamonds are the hardest mineral. Diamonds are 4 times harder than the next hardest natural mineral, which is our corundum. Sapphire and ruby are examples of this. So diamonds are 4 times harder than these. What do we know about sapphires and rubies? What are they? What are they, Carlos? They're birthstones. And so is a diamond. And I think diamonds are they're really pretty. Okay, now we're going to go to our next one when it's quiet. This is what our data chart that you guys are going to now get to fill out looks like. So you're going to have gypsum, calcite, apatite, quartz, and diamond. And then you're going to put the hardness over here. And this little blank spot right here is left for a rock of your choice. So you can use the books, or you can use the hardness scale and pick one of those, or your prior knowledge to pick one of your own rocks in its hardness to add to your bar graph. Tyler?
Do we have to add one more?
Do you have to? Yeah. You have to have 6 on there. And if you didn't add one, you'd only have 5. Chase?
Can we do the bar graph like when we're done up here?
We're not going to do the bar graph today.
Okay.
Yeah, Friday.
Yeah. Today we're doing our data chart and then answering some
I was just
questions.
wondering about that.
Blah, blah, blah.
And then this will be an example of what your bar graph will look like when we do get to do it, except you'll have your last little rock on here, right there.
There are your birthstones.
It can be your birthstone if you can find the
No such
hardness.
thing as 11, because nothing's higher than
I know, so you'll label it 1 to 10, and then your rock types will
I
be
don't
down
know
here.
how hard
There's books that Mrs. Hank I think put away. That's okay. I'll take questions when it's quiet. Logan.
Do we still have the rocks in the notebook?
Yeah. And if you guys finish, this is the assignment up to the data chart and the questions. I have a mineral mystery sheet that you can work on with a partner when you finish, but not until then. And I'll come over and check your data sheets when you're done. So I'll pass those out so you guys can go back to your seats.
And can you guys put away your reading books, your reading goal books? Just what we're working on now is out.
I don't know much.
Look at I need that afterwards.
And guys, Miss Google Mouse is also here to help today as we're investigating.
You already got it figured out. How many birthstones do you have?
Very hard. Yeah, we have 3. I have 3 June. We found
June has 3.
If a diamond is 4 times, it would have to be 2. To get a ruby,
Have you thought about what your own personal
What? 10 divided by 4, 2.5. So maybe a ruby's about 3.
I just found a new thing about my birthstone. I learned new thing about the pearl.
You got your own one.
I have a 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. But did it say how hard we were?
A ruby is part of this. So we get a time this. 9. So you should erase this probably and put a 9.